It's tricky. I want Crawford to
knock out Crawford.
Canelo Alvarez is not an unbeatable fighter.
Who can do it, he can do it.
That's not easy for Crawford.
I know Canelo is.
But he was to make it a snoozer, it'd be Terence, right?
Canelo looked away first.
Crawford, so...
I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants.
I think Canelo only needs one shot to change the game.
I love Crawford. Canelo's a bigger man. He ain't never been hit by it.
It don't matter if Canelo is on that. He ain't beat no Terence Crawford.
It is truly surprising the boxing world is divided over Canelo against Crawford. This is not a normal argument between fans at a local shop. These are some of the most respected figures in the sport: Mike Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, Oscar de la Hoya, Sugar Ray Leonard, Evander Holyfield, Zab Judah, Ryan Garcia, and even film star Denzel Washington have all come out to share their picks on this fight.
Incredible, boys. Thank you.
Awesome. The wild thing is they do not agree at all. Some of these greats believe Canelo Alvarez will be too strong, too big, and too experienced at the heavier weights for Terence Crawford to deal with. Others are confident that Crawford's elite skills, ring awareness, and ability to adjust will surprise everyone. A few former champions will not choose a winner because they see it as an even fight. Make sure you like and subscribe because this matchup is going to deliver, and I have to ask, who do you think takes it? Share your choice below, because after hearing these legends you might rethink your answer. Here is the real twist: the fight is just days away and some professionals have already changed their picks at the last moment. That shows how hard this bout is to predict. Now let us break it down.
Well, you know what? If anyone can do it, he can do it. You know, that takes me way back when I was fighting. I always believed I could win. I always believed I could win when I walk into that ring. The higher you go up, the harder it is, because you don't want to carry too much weight. It's interesting. This is very interesting.
Can pure skill truly beat size when the competition is at the highest level? No one broke it down better than Sugar Ray Leonard. In a talk with ES News, Leonard gave a simple view, saying the fighter who wants it more will win, but he also added a serious caution. Speaking on Fight Hub TV, Leonard shared what happened when he moved up in weight to fight Donnie Lalonde. He admitted that every shot he took felt heavier and more painful than he was used to. He was not stopped, but he clearly felt the jump in power, and that is the same risk Terence Crawford could be dealing with.
Prevent him from moving or slipping punches, and just stay on the outside. Fight his fight.
He is not the only great, reminding Bud that no matter how sharp your talent is, there is a reason divisions are set by weight. In terms of overall support, most of the iconic figures in boxing are backing the Mexican star.
That's not easy for Crawford. I mean, it's Canelo has the big advantage, but Crawford needs to manage well his body, his speed, and his power, because he's moving up to another level of weight.
Manny Pacquiao, who built his career by rising through weight classes, had no doubt when asked for his view. He simply said Canelo wins, keeping it short and clear. Evander Holyfield also shared his opinion, describing Canelo as basic but still a strong fighter, while pointing out how difficult it will be for Crawford to deal with the difference in size. Whether simple or not, Holyfield made it clear that solid basics combined with power create serious problems.
I see that Bud is gonna do good. He's gonna do good. But I don't think he's gonna win. But I do see Bud like getting a lot of punches off, being able to tag Canelo with some good shots, but they have no effect. That's the thing.
He has the best chin that I've ever seen.
And nothing moves his head.
Yeah, I've never. So I seen one time Triple G hit him, and he kind of like, and then he's right back on it.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, I know he's gonna be able to hit Canelo because I've seen Canelo in sparring.
Then there is Ryan Garcia, who has shared the ring with Canelo in sparring. Garcia believes Crawford will connect and may land clean shots, but he feels those punches will not carry the same impact because Canelo is naturally stronger and comfortable bullying his opponents and controlling the action.
That's the million-dollar question. When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, that to me is going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters. He's not getting rattled at all.
Then Oscar de la Hoya took it even further than the rest. He did not only support Canelo, he said the matchup is almost a joke. In his view, Crawford jumping up 2 weight divisions is simply too much. De la Hoya also mentioned Crawford's hard fight with Israel Madrimov, saying that if Bud had problems in that bout, then facing a true super middleweight like Canelo will be an even bigger challenge.
They make weight classes for a reason, Bato. I know Crawford, he's a great guy. I know Canelo, he's a great guy too. I think he's gonna have Crawford's gonna have success early, but I just think it's gonna be too much. He's gonna be too heavy, and he's not used to those punches. So
Fernando Vargas shared a similar warning. He said Crawford might have moments early in the fight, but he feels the gap in strength and size will slowly break him down. Vargas stated clearly that weight divisions exist for a reason. Then there is Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., who is not only picking Canelo to win, but believes he will finish the fight by knockout around the middle rounds.
I feel like Bud could beat him easy. How though? I feel like once he beat Canelo, that will be like one of the greatest resumes in boxing ever, just because of the fact that he's going up 2 divisions just to fight this guy.
Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. believed the fight would not go to the judges' scorecards, but just when it looked like most opinions were leaning toward Canelo, the momentum began to change and support started growing for Terence Crawford. This was not coming from casual commentators, but from some of the most respected voices in boxing, along with fighters who understand how underdogs can overcome expectations.
I want Crawford to win, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I would like for that to happen, but this guy's a hard puncher. He's a smart fighter. He can move. I'm just curious. I just want to see it. I want to be there and see it. Because listen, there's been upsets like that before. Henry Armstrong, 124 pounds, he beat the 146-pound champ. So, you never know. Anything can happen when 2 men are in a ring or in a basketball court. Anything can happen.
The biggest surprise came from Mike Tyson. Tyson initially said he did not see how Crawford could win because of Canelo's strength and sharp ring intelligence, but as fight week approached, he completely changed his opinion and now strongly predicts Crawford winning by decision. This sudden change created huge excitement among fans because when someone like Tyson changes his pick, it makes people think he may have noticed something others did not.
It's a good matchup. It's a fight that we all been wanting to see. Bud has the skills. He got the discipline, IQ to win. But Canelo has all that with the size. So I think it's a good fight. I'm happy that Bud got the fight. My dad was the one that told him that he should take the fight. Bud came out and said that my dad was the one that told him to fight Canelo a long time ago.
Then there is Devin Haney, who is currently one of the top names in American boxing at lightweight. His opinion matters not only because of his success in the ring, but also because he has openly said Crawford has influenced him. Haney praised Bud's discipline and fight intelligence, saying that if anyone can pull it off, Bud can, showing respect from one technical fighter to another. Also, Claressa Shields surprised many fans by also backing Crawford. She is known for confidently calling herself the greatest, and her support for Crawford added even more shock to the debate.
Honestly, I feel like Canelo has he shows up when he wants to show up, but I think that Terence Crawford is a dog. I think that he's a great fighter. He has good defense, good offense. The weight class may be a little challenging, but I don't think it'll be the decision maker of the fight. I think that Terence Crawford is the better fighter, but I think that Canelo is
She acknowledged that Canelo Alvarez is a boxing legend, but still spoke with strong confidence, saying she believes Crawford is the better fighter. She has built her career by proving critics wrong, so her support gives the Crawford side more confidence. Meanwhile, one of the boldest predictions came from Zab Judah, who never holds back. Judah went further than most and predicted a stoppage when saying Crawford's timing, skill, and punching power could break through Canelo's defense and finish the fight before it reaches the judges.
Great, I know you ain't going to do that. Any nigga that switch southpaw, I fuck with him. You know that. Anybody that can fight that southpaw style, I fuck with him. You know that. I love a southpaw. But you clean, good work southpaw. Boy, going. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. So now, as we get closer to the fight, I'm banking on a late stoppage now.
That kind of prediction is very dangerous but also exciting, because if Terence Crawford wins by knockout, it would shock the whole boxing world. Even people outside boxing are starting to support Bud as more famous voices continue showing confidence in his chances.
I'm not hesitating, Crawford. I'm not even hesitating. Crawford.
You gonna stand on that all the way to September 13th?
I love Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo by decision. I can't see anybody knocking out Canelo Alvarez. But I do believe that if you can box and you can move, that you can beat Canelo.
Stephen A. Smith, known for his strong opinions, also supported Crawford winning on points. He argued that Canelo has started relying too much on single powerful punches instead of putting together long combinations, and believes a skilled mover with sharp accuracy like Crawford could take advantage of that style and control the fight with speed and precision.
Canelo versus Crawford. Well, I'm a giant Crawford fan because I think he's the best switch hitter since Marvin Hagler.
I'm a giant Crawford fan because I called his coming out fight against Breidis Prescott.
Joe Rogan also called Terence Crawford a rare talent who appears once in a generation. Rogan also mentioned that Canelo Alvarez is still very dangerous but seems to be losing a little speed and punch volume compared to earlier in his career, though he remains a serious threat in the ring.
I also think he's one of those guys that if you tell him he can't do something, he wants to show you and shock the world.
1,000%. Absolutely right.
I also think Canelo is slowing down, and Canelo is more of a one-punch fighter now than the combination fighter he was when he was younger.
He is the type of fighter who becomes more dangerous when people doubt him because that motivation pushes him to prove everyone wrong and create a big surprise. People often feel the same about Terence Crawford, who seems to perform best when challenged. At the same time, Canelo Alvarez is believed by many to be slowing down slightly. He is still very dangerous but now relies more on single powerful punches instead of the fast combination punching style he used earlier in his career.
Who you guys got? Don't take the easy road out on me. Give me your prediction.
Listen. In our gym, Crawford sits right there, and Canelo sits right here. That's why you play the game. We're gonna find out. But I'll say this, and I love Crawford. Canelo's a bigger man. He ain't never been hit by a man like this, but Crawford's a great fighter. One of the greatest I've ever seen. I love Crawford. I try to be like him.
Joe Rogan believes that the ability of Terence Crawford to change stances and adjust tactics during a fight could help him take advantage of any decline in his opponent. Many observers also think that might be the key to exposing weaknesses in Canelo Alvarez, who is still extremely dangerous but perhaps not as fast or active as before. Outside opinions have only made the debate louder, and fans remain split since many fighters, analysts and celebrities refuse to pick a winner, saying the matchup is too even to predict confidently.
Anything better. Canelo Alvarez is not, was not, and will not ever be an unbeatable fighter. That's fine. None of us are really unbeatable, right? But people got to understand this. Canelo Alvarez is not an unbeatable fighter. The question is, whoever he's fighting, we don't question what Canelo's going to do, right? We question what his opponents are going to do, right? It's not even really about Canelo. Canelo's going to show up as Canelo Alvarez, right?
Even Denzel Washington joined the conversation. Washington, who has trained in boxing for many years, chose not to predict a winner. He showed respect for all fighters but pointed out that Terence Crawford has never faced someone with the same level of punching power as Canelo Alvarez, and also mentioned that Canelo's natural size advantage could play a big role. His careful approach only increased the excitement because even someone who studies the sport closely could not confidently choose a winner.
Maybe you can beat him, but are you going to do it? And are you going to do it now? You feel me? You know? Because I thought Danny Jacobs was going to have a way better performance.
Keith Thurman, who has fought many top opponents, reminded fans not to get carried away by the hype. He said that Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter but is not and never has been completely unbeatable. While respecting Canelo's legacy, Thurman suggested that the Mexican star may have lost some of his sharpness and finishing power compared to his peak years.
We got a couple more days and y'all gonna see Canelo fighting Crawford, so I ain't got no comment on who gonna win the fight, you dig? If Crawford do what he's supposed to do, he got an option. If he don't beat Canelo. Simple as that. You know?
Keith Thurman believes that without the same level of explosive speed and power, Canelo may be more exposed than fans think, especially against a sharp technical fighter like Terence Crawford. We are now only a few days away from seeing Canelo Alvarez face Crawford, and fans will soon find out how this fight actually unfolds.
Man, when you talking about these big fights, you whispering. You you said Canelo and Crawford. Yeah. Man, come on, man. That's the biggest fight, you know what I mean, in boxing right now. Canelo and Crawford. Crawford stepping up. Man, it's so big, you got Muhammad over there saying something about it. That's how big it is. He came off the bench from the 60s, right, Muhammad? You go back in the 60s? Yeah, well, listen. 60 years of boxing. Canelo is big. And shout out to Crawford stepping up. But Does Crawford have to be worried about more things than just
Jermel Charlo, who has been mentioned in connection with fighting Canelo Alvarez, gave a very careful opinion. He did not predict a winner but said Crawford has a chance if he fights perfectly. If he makes mistakes, he will not beat Canelo. He kept it simple but still showed there is a possible route to victory for Terence Crawford.